But today,
Okay, here we go.
I almost feel like I should stretch. Like I should stretch out. Like I should have an Asian masseuse behind me today.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah. They pulled an Asian man off a plane. So I think I should have an Asian masseuse today for this warm up.
All right, so break it down. What?
Here's the thing. So in case you live under a rock, or maybe somebody was in surgery in your life and you haven't seen this story because this has dominated the news cycle for the last 24 hours now. An Asian man in his 60s, he was a doctor, was on a flight from Chicago. So he was going from O'Hare to Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah.
First of all.
Yeah. First of all, should have stayed in Chicago. Secondly, if you are United Airlines and you're pulling people off a flight to Lexington, Kentucky, what the fuck is happening
Let him
anymore?
go to Lexington.
Yeah, let anyone go to Lexington, Kentucky. Like, so what happened is they overbook these flights now. And the reason why I'm going to rage against this today is because this has happened to me. So what they're doing now is they're overbooking flights, and the airline is saying, United is saying, this is a necessity for airlines due to different levels of no-show passengers experienced on different routes.
I find that really hard to believe.
So do I. It's normally a highly sophisticated process based on extensive, detailed statistical analysis. That's what John Strickland said. He's an aviation expert, director at JSL Counseling. First of all, John, it's bullshit. It is. And I'll tell you exactly what's happening and why this is going on. So this Asian man gets on the plane. They get on. They said they need 4 volunteers to get off the plane. They are overbooked, and they have 4 people. The airlines claim that they were crew members of United who needed these seats, and then in order for the Lexington flights to take off on time, they needed 4 normal passengers to get off, and they were going to put you on a flight the next day and give you $800 to do so. Which, if you're most of the time you're traveling, it's for business. You're not going. Nobody on every single flight is going for vacation every single goddamn time.
No.
So chances are you book this flight to get to your destination at a certain time because you need to be there at a certain time, or because of price range. 4 people didn't get up. They didn't give up their seats on the plane. Therefore, United Airlines said, great, at random, and I'm using air quotes, and I never use air quotes. At random,
you hate air quotes.
Hate fucking air quotes. At random, we're gonna choose 4 people and take them off the flight. This Asian doctor was one of them. He said, no, I don't want to go. I paid for this seat. I need to be on this flight. I'm a doctor. I've got to do things on patients the next day. I don't even know if that's true or false yet. They haven't got to the bottom of that. Doesn't fucking matter. He paid for the seat just like everyone else, and he's getting ripped off the flight. Literally ripped off the flight. So they bring on a plainclothes clothes. I guess you would call him a security officer for United Airlines.
Probably a marshal, right?
And he looked like Debo from Friday. Huge fucking dude. And they ripped this 60-year-old Asian man off the plane. In the process, his head bangs off one of the armrests. Blood's pouring out of his nose and his mouth, and they're dragging this motherfucker off the plane. Somehow, he breaks away from security and is able to get back on the plane. And clearly, he's dazed at this point. Like I would say it looked like a concussion based on the video that I saw. And he's just muttering to himself, I just want you to kill me. I just want you to kill me. I just want you to kill me. And he's muttering this like 4 or 5 times. And there's, in this day and age, you've got multiple people with camera phones who videotape this whole thing. I mean, they ripped this motherfucker out of his seats, drug him down the aisles and off the plane in front of the whole entire plane. And the passengers are screaming at security to stop doing this. And they don't stop it. They don't let up. Now, what's happening during all of this is at home, for those of you at home, when you're thinking, oh, they choose you at random, they don't choose you at random. If you buy your tickets off of Orbitz, Expedia, Kayak, any fucking site like that, you're paying a cheaper fare. Yeah. So that's what they're starting with. This isn't a highly complex, extensive, detailed statistical analysis. bullshit. They're taking the people who are medallion members or bullion members or whatever the fuck they're calling it to barter with of like, oh no, this is this is a glitter member, this is a sparkle member, or the gold level, you're silver, you're platinum, you're whatever fucking periodic charts. Goddamn! Oh, the copper member, whatever you are in the periodic chart of your fucking bullshit airline pass, they're not pulling those people off. They're pulling off the people who are trying to get a flight, cheaper by going through Expedia, or they're pricing out other shit because they want you to go to their website and their website only, like United. And you think you're getting when you pop up on United and you order a ticket, let's say from Chicago to Lexington, and you go on there and they're like, great. We can get you on that flight. It's going to be $400. Then you're like, okay, $400.
I ordered it late. Fine, whatever.
Kind of sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
But then when you start clicking, immediately, and this is all the websites. This isn't just United, by the way. So I don't want to feel like I'm just singling them out because this is Delta. This is American Airlines. This is United now. The only one this doesn't happen on, shockingly. And I fly a lot. I fly all the time. Southwest.
Yeah.
And everybody says Southwest is the shittiest. But we live on the East Coast. We don't get to fly Southwest. Yeah. So what happens is when you get there, you're like, all right, $400. And then they're like, great, sir. Would you like a comfort seat that's guaranteed for $39? And you're like, no, I don't want to add to my shit. And then they're like, oh, okay, great. Well, then the only seats available are like rows 30 through fucking 94 in the back of the plane.
Which is fine if it's guaranteed.
Yeah. No big deal.
Yeah.
Who gives a baker's fuck?
Yeah.
All right, fine. You want me to sit in row 98? Whatever.
Yeah.
Couple hour flight like Chicago to Lexington?
Sure.
No big deal.
Yeah, I'm already going to Lexington.
I'm I'm
just joking.
Yeah, and one would say, hey, Ross, why aren't you flying first class? I can't justify throwing an extra $1,000 at first class if it's a 2-hour flight or an hour and a half flight. It's like, what the fuck do I really care? Like, if I'm going one way, what do I care?
Yeah.
If you're going super long, then yeah, I try to do it. I try to upgrade. But on a short flight like that, I don't do it because it's like, what's the fucking point? I don't throw an extra $1,000 for an hour and a half of what? 2 fucking free drinks, 2 screwdrivers, and like boiled peanuts, like an extra, oh, they're not the other peanuts. These are boiled straight from the South. Well, we got them right in our plane.
They're warm peanuts and like they're warm nuts.
Yeah, they're warm nuts.
And they're really great.
They are great.
Amazing.
But for an hour and a half, like I can hold off on the warm nuts. Maybe I'll grab a bag of combos. So then you go, you click on, you're like, great, I'm going to sit in seat fucking 93. Click on for the next flight, your return flight. Oh, hi, sir. That time you wanted, all of the times that you want now are now blocked off and you have to pay extra for. And those times, other than 6 a.m. or at midnight, this is what they're doing with it now. They're like, oh, if you want any other flight that's not 6 a.m. or midnight, you're going to have to pay an extra $78.
Jesus.
Yeah. So then you're like, all right, fuck. I guess it's $78. And you click that on because you don't want to get up. You don't want to drive to the airport at fucking 3 a.m. No. You also don't want that midnight flight that doesn't get you home to your family at fucking 6 a.m. the following day where you're like, what am I going to tell my wife to wake up and come get me with the kids? They got school. They got a lot of shit going on. So then you're like, all right, I guess I'll pay the extra $78 and I'll get the flight that I need so I can get back in time or whatever. Then it goes to choose your seats again. Choose those fucking seats. All we have are our middle seats, but again, you can upgrade for another $39. You can get a guaranteed seats and rows 15 or higher. Wouldn't that be nice? You get 2 extra inches of comfort. It's like 2 extra fucking inches of comfort for an extra $39. Or it'll only show you that they've got middle seats in rows 36 through 90 fucking 3. And it's like, hey, motherfucker, I already paid $78 to try to get the right time on the flight that I wanted. Now I'm going to be on a middle seats in row 38 through 93. So by the time you get to the end of all this fuckery, that $400 flight that you ordered It's now up to $600.
Right.
And that's what you're doing when you go through their websites. However, if you go to Orbitz and Expedia and all that other shit,
it's just the price.
It's just the price that it is. They give you the option to upgrade, but they're going to get you on the flight you wanted. However, the flight isn't guaranteed. Your seat is not guaranteed. And what they